Have you ever wondered how to order Japanese Pokemon directly from Japan? My name is Michael and I own an online business selling Pokemon cards, covenantcards.shop. Whether you want to order some cards for your own personal collection or you want to start a business of your own, this video is going to lay out exactly how the process of ordering from Japan works without having to fly to Japan. Although I'm not going to share exactly which suppliers I use for my own business, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did to find them so you can go online and find suppliers of your own. Shout out to PokeNE for giving out all the secret sauce on how to launch your own Japanese Pokemon business. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have known where to begin myself, so I highly recommend you go check out his channel after finishing this video, of course. So what's the first step in finding a supplier of your own? The answer is social media. Social media is the answer to many of your questions on how to run a Pokemon business online. It's a treasure trove for finding people who are listing Pokemon products from Japan, and it's the best place to start when you're trying to find your very own supplier. First thing to do is start looking for people who have pictures of their inventory. Maybe they're giving updates on new releases coming up, or they're giving you insight as to which sets are going to be reprinted or restocked soon. Now here's the crucial part. You need to make sure that they're a legitimate seller. And the first thing that I do is I look at their follower count. I'm looking for someone with usually at least a couple thousand followers. They've been posting for about 12 months or more at the very minimum. And they've got interactions with their customers. They've got posts and comments from people who've actually bought product from them, and they're happy and satisfied. It shows they've got a large customer base and they've got a reputation to maintain. Also, don't be afraid to reach out to any seller you're interested in buying from, because any reputable seller isn't going to mind answering a few questions from a prospective buyer. The next thing you need to be aware of before you place an order is import fees. Import fees are owed by the buyer, not the seller, when you're ordering internationally. These fees are not included on the price list that many sellers provide you, so you need to be aware that those fees are going to be added on top of anything you order. Many people are unsure exactly how import fees and tariffs work, so let's break it down for you. Whenever you order something from overseas, that package has to pass through US Customs, and depending on where you ordered it from, you're very likely going to owe some sort of tariff or import duty. Currently, when you order from Japan, that tariff is 15%, and as I mentioned before, that 15% is owed by you as the buyer, not your supplier. You can choose to pay this tariff up front or after it gets shipped. However, from my experience, after the tariffs were imposed on Japan in 2025, almost every seller has started to require you to pay those tariffs on the front end to help streamline the whole process. On top of the 15% tariff, you're going to also have to pay a handling fee to the shipping company. It's usually around 1.5%. Finally, we need to discuss shipping costs. Most suppliers have their shipping down to a science, and depending on how many boxes you order, it changes how much they charge you for shipping. Most of my orders from Japan have been anywhere between 20 and 50 boxes, and I found on that size order, it's usually about $2 to $3 per booster box that you order that gets added on for shipping. However, when I first started, I was placing much smaller orders. We're talking 6 to 12 boxes at a time, and when you're placing a smaller order, that shipping is usually going to cost you anywhere from $4 to $5 a box. Once you've found a seller that you're interested in ordering from, considering the costs of import taxes and shipping, the next thing you have to worry about is how do we pay the seller? Many sellers in Japan require you to use an app called Wise to wire funds directly to them. However, most of the sellers will also give you the option to send funds via PayPal. That being said, PayPal is a 5% transaction fee, and the seller is not going to pay that. So they're going to add 5% on top of your order. While it's a good idea if you've never ordered from someone before to pay using PayPal, in the long run, you're going to want to switch to using Wise because you're already paying 15% for tariffs, another 1.5% for processing fees, You don't want to have to pay another 5% for a payment fee. Once you've placed your order, I found it usually takes about 3 business days for that package to show up to the United States. Remember, Japan is like 14, 15 hours ahead of us, I believe. So if it's a Sunday night for us, it's a Monday morning for them. To recap, use social media to look for people that you're interested in ordering from. Put them through your vetting process, ask them about how they handle shipping and custom duties, and then when you place your first order, I highly recommend using PayPal, but once you're comfortable ordering from them, you've done it a few times, switch to Wise as soon as you're comfortable doing so. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure you like and subscribe for more Pokemon and business related content. If you have any questions or tips of your own, make sure you comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Lastly, if after watching this video you've decided ordering directly from Japan isn't for you, make sure you visit our website covenantcards.shop and sign up for our email list to stay up to date on when new products are available for pre-order, or maybe another box that we've run out of stock in is back in stock. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. God bless.